Today on this episode of Dirt Road Cred Jeep News, we're talking Jeep's brand new patents and a new color that's available to order right now. Today's video is sponsored by the Dirt Road Cred high power floor lighting kit for your Jeep JL and Jeep Gladiator. If you want to upgrade the interior lighting of your Jeep JL or JT, this is an easy plug and play way to do so. Not only do we have single colors that'll completely change the inside of your Jeep, but we've also got a premium RGB version allowing you to select any color or pattern that you like. On our 41 build, we wanted to add a set of amber interior lights to match some of the accents we've got going on the outside. Thank you to Dirt Road Cred for sponsoring this video. Thanks, Matt. You're welcome. Thank you. No, thank you. So first off, let's talk patents. We're always looking to see what Jeep is posting up because sometimes they post up these crazy patents that they never have released. I know in the past few months, I want to say they've actually patented that drop-down brush guard for the grill too that everyone loved and saw it at Easter Jeep Safari. They've patented it, but we have not seen anything to production. My only fear with some of these patents that they're doing is that are they just patenting things so that no one else can make them? So with that one, we haven't seen any further progress with that drop-down grill guard. But in today's patents, we've got, the first one is pretty cool for you overlanding and the camping guys. It was a rooftop tent system that goes onto a Jeep Wrangler with a hardtop, but removes the freedom panels. And I believe what it does is allows access from the front driver and passenger side compartment to climb up into the rooftop tent. The way that I saw some of the schematics and the figures in the patent, it also has an awning. It looks like it slides out or kind of moves around. And honestly, this is a pretty interesting concept. I'm kind of used to this style of tent being a full hardtop replacement. There's a company called Ursa Minor, and they have made JK and JL, and maybe even JT, removable hardtops. So the hardtop, you replace yours with this one, and then you get a whole rooftop tent that kind of opens up like a clamshell with those designs. But this one looks like it's intended to just go on top of the hardtop and then replace those freedom panels. Ryan, I'm gonna find it. It's called Tri-Tops. There's like a company called Tri-Tops Japan that has a design just like this. So I want you to pull it up. I'll show you on Instagram. I actually reached out to him because I was like, man, what is this something like this retail? Because it was badass. It goes right on top just like the Jeep one and only raises your roof by like 5 inches. Okay. But it replaces those panels too. So you can climb in from the inside of your Jeep. I know a lot of people, when you're camping, when you're out in the area, unless you're in like a secure campground, a lot of people care about safety. I see it very safe if you don't have to get out of your Jeep to climb into your tent. Like you don't have to get out, you're in a parking lot, you're kind of like stealth camping, you can just climb through the inside. Yeah. So pretty neat idea. We'll have to see when it comes out and if the patent's actually gonna come true. I kind of foresee some of this stuff happening because they're getting ready for the 2028 launch. Maybe they're getting all these patented and they're gonna launch them with a bigger group of accessories. And we've had some great conversations with Jeep Performance Parts and they are really expanding right now. So we'll have to see, what do you guys think about that tent idea, and would you want to see it in a two-door? I think that would look sick on a two-door hardtop, but let us know down below in the comments. Another patent that just came out though too, this one's really interesting because I've experienced the problems that this one is intending to fix. The problem that this next patent is intending to fix is the wind or air buffeting that happens inside the Jeep while you're driving with the top and doors off. I've experienced this a ton in my four-door. If I have my top and doors off, the wind buffeting or that random air circulating inside the cab either blows out your eardrums or the back seat belts flap like crazy and it sounds like it's just clapping behind you. They've invented or patented this device that looks like it bolts on to the door hinge area, and what it does is it prevents the air buffeting. So by giving a little adjustable wing there, it almost acts as like a spoiler and pushes the air outside instead of rushing inside the cab. Is this actually gonna fix anything? I don't know. How much will it cost? It better not be that expensive because it's just solving air buffeting in a topless and doorless Jeep. A very small problem. I know when I'm in mine, I care a little bit about the back seatbelts flapping, but I'm driving a topless and doorless Jeep. It's like riding a motorcycle basically. So let me know what you guys think of that one. That was a really, really interesting one. I mean, if it fixes the problem, cool. You guys see it on motorcycles, they have little visors that come up. Maybe it'll fix a problem that we didn't know was there. If they come out with it, we'll be sure to order one and test it out here. Those are two patents though that I wanted to talk about. The biggest thing that we'd like to talk about in this video is a color is now available to order right as of this moment on the Wrangler and Gladiator. Let's talk about it. The moment you guys have all been waiting for those that have been waiting on this color, Joose is loose. It is available right now. You can go on the back end and you can order a Jeep Wrangler or a Jeep Gladiator as of this moment. We got confirmation from a dealership as well as our good friend Tyler from down south. He sent us a back end screenshot of the actual Juice color being available on both the Wrangler and the Gladiator. We haven't gone as far as to what trims you can get it in, but I'd imagine it's almost all of them. You guys, if you'd like to order one of these, please reach out through our dealership affiliate program, work with Dan Cummins and get this Jeep built if you've been looking for Juice. Now, I personally, I like this color. Joose hasn't, or this color code hasn't been available on the JL at all, but it is the same paint code as Crush in the JK. And what's cool about that is the last time we were down in Florida with Brian and his team at Distinction Applied, they were still setting up some of the paint mixing booths, and one of the guys that was there to do it was testing spray outs of colors, and he sprayed out a Crush panel for us. When we held it up next to Pumpkin and we held it up next to other colors, Joose is a very, very bright color. And it's a lot more bright than Pumpkin. So for the fans of orange out there, I think you are going to be pleasantly happy with this color, especially in a Wrangler or Gladiator that has color match top and color match fenders. You are getting a lot of orange. It was also a little bit neat because I look at the color name. So Joose, I think of orange juice, and this is probably bright as an orange, a citrus. And we're kind of going down that path of what we would build with a Joose vehicle. And I remember back in the day, I was looking at Mopar decals. Jeep actually did a 305 edition, which is the area code for Miami. And they did it in a pumpkin Jeep and a white Jeep. I believe it was 2019 or 2020. Ryan, you can fact check me there. But they had specialty 305 graphics across the hood. And I think Jeep knew that one of the bigger target audiences for a bright color like that is somewhere in the sun, somewhere near the beach. Citrus, Florida, that's a very orange down in Florida, Miami Hurricanes. It's a huge color down there for those people. And I think personally that that's probably what we would do with a Joose. I really think that this color, some colors I don't like in the Gladiator, I think this one would look really nice in a Gladiator, maybe built up a little bit and just be ready for the beach. But what I want to hear from you guys is what trim do you think Joose would be best in, and are you going to order a Joose Jeep? Here's the one problem with it that we talked about in the intro. It doesn't look like it's limited edition, but for some reason, Jeep's charging $895 for it. Why? I have no idea. 41's there for $595. All these other colors are there for $595. Joose is listed at $895 for that paint. I'm not sure, Ryan, you might be able to pull up the code. If Joose had any flake in it, I don't recall if it had any flake in it. I thought it was more of a flat color. It was a flat color, so the only thought I had was maybe it's more expensive because it has flake in it, like the Bikini or the Tuscadero, but I was not seeing anything like that. So I'm not sure why the price increased there. Maybe you're going to get something else specially, or they just decided, hey, if you want it, you're going to pay $895. I want a Bikini. I paid $895 for it, and a lot of folks were willing to pay a little bit more for that trim and that color. So let us know down below in the comments what you think of the Joose color. We'll pull up, Ryan, maybe you can pull up if we have any Crush JKs. I see one rolling around here locally to us all the time. It's a cool color. It's a bright orange, and it is a very vibrant color. So on the JL and the JT, I think it'll look really, really good. Well, guys, I think that's a wrap today on Jeep news. Now, this has been a fun one, and in the next few weeks, we anticipate a lot more of Jeep news. Easter Jeep Safari is upon us here in the next few weeks, and we anticipate them to bring some of their concept vehicles, or at least take some things out there that we can cover and get out on the channel here as soon as possible to kind of see maybe what the future of Jeep is looking towards. Hopefully they take some new colors, some new trims, or maybe some additional accessories that will eventually become a reality. But be sure to lock in on the channel because we will be reporting on any of that as soon as it comes out. The next thing is we are very quickly approaching the Jeep Beach, so we're getting ready for it. And we actually had a great phone call the other day with Johnny, their media director, and we are going to be working pretty closely with the team at Jeep Beach. And in fact, we're going to be working so closely that if you guys are attending that show, be sure to stay locked into this channel because we'll be working with them, and we may or may not have some really cool giveaways to have in the future, and we want to talk about it with you guys. So if you're going to Jeep Beach, or if you're just interested in going, make sure to lock in on this channel because we cannot wait to head down to Daytona and get out of this blistering 30-degree cold here in Pennsylvania. So until next time though, my name's Matt and Ryan's behind the camera, and we want you to get out there and earn yours.